Renee Cottonreader. Out of your mind. Out of your mind, Renee Cottonreader.
Being out of your mind is like an out-of-body experience. It is only after the experience do you realize that you were out of your mind. An example. After every Winter Olympic, there is bound to be one boy who wants to be the next Olympic ski jumper. So at the first sign of snow, he jumps out of bed, runs down to his garage, grabs his skis, hoists them up on the backside of the house, and he perches out and looks over his landing. I believe I can fly over the garage. As he's putting on his skis, he is startled by his mother. Billy, what do you think you're doing? Don't you realize that there are cars underneath this snow? What are you thinking? You must be out of your mind. I don't think Billy flew that day. When I was a little girl, in our neighborhood, the boys would take the wheels off of their skates and they would hammer a plank into it and turn it into a skateboard or the beginnings of a go-kart. They would ride up and down the street, but one boy always wanted to go faster, and he knew 2 blocks over was an incline in the street. So they rushed down there. But in the city of San Francisco, the incline is steep and it goes about 4 blocks down. They realized it once they got there. And then they started looking at each other like, who's going first? I will, says one brave soul, as he was strapping himself up to take that fast and furious ride. A neighbor noticed. Boys, what do you think you're doing? Don't you realize that there's cross traffic down that street? It's suicide. What are you thinking? You must be out of your mind. I think there were a few loose screws in that group. We ladies love to go shopping. We even have shopping sprees, and we meet out in the parking lot of our favorite shopping mall. But there's always one young lady who comes dressed to impress. You know the one with the short skirt and the high heels. That one. As she's walking across the parking lot, pretty woman walking down the street. But she notices 10 minutes into the shopping spree, this is going to be a very long day. And her friends, well, they're so far ahead of her. One of them realizes and comes back. Hey, are you okay? Yes, go ahead, I'm okay. As she scouts the middle of the mall to find a bench in which to sit. Her friend notices and comes back and says, you're cute and all, but those shoes are not made for walking. I don't know what you were thinking, but Renee, girl, you must have been out of your mind. I thought, ooh, I'm too sexy for my shoes. But yet I had another out-of-body experience when I decided to participate in this contest. At the club level, I still don't know how I won that contest. But at the area, shoot, hands down, no competition. I literally, no competition. But at the division level, I just knew the person who had always won would win. But obviously, you are looking at me, and I'm looking out at a bunch of chickens. And I know exactly what you're thinking. You're thinking the exact same thing the Toastmaster just said. Renee Cottonreader, out of your mind, Renee Cottonreader. And it's only after the experience do you realize that you were out of your mind during the experience. So you may as well just go right ahead and say it. Renee, girl, you must have been out of your